how's going, everybody? BurntBrian here, and welcome back to another Whatever Wednesdays. Today's just sort of a day where I post whatever I feel like posting. Normally, I like to have a beer when I do these videos, but we're trying to be really good this week, so I'm not going to drink any alcohol, but I do have an unboxing to share with you guys, and then also a couple channel updates to go through as well. So I guess we'll start with the unboxing. So recently I picked up 3 of the mystery boxes from Mystery Knives Box, and I don't know if I can get this to look right. There we go. Now you can see it. There were several different varieties that you can get from their website. Most of them range around the $30 to $40 range for a mystery box. And apparently you're supposed to get, 1 to 2 knives per package, depending on which one you get. I don't exactly remember which ones I got. I know I've got a butterfly one, and then maybe some sort of just premium knife. And then I also got one OTH, which is like out the handle. And so when you get something like a mystery box like this, you're not going to expect to get some big name brand like Benchmade in them. But, a lot of knives are made in China nowadays. So you're getting pretty decent quality steel, and they may be specified in the US, or the specifications may have been done in the US, but they have the manufacturing done in China for cost saving purposes. So you're not going to get some incredible high-end knife in these mystery boxes, but I just wanted to play around and see what would you get, because I love knives. I love sharp things. Always been into swords and knives and things like that. So I got 3 of these boxes. We're going to open up the first one right now. I think the one that I have on the bottom is supposed to be the OTH, just because it feels like there's only one in there. And I would think that you're only going to get one of those. Those typically are a little more high priced just because of what it takes, to make a blade come out of the handle and be consistent. So when you open it up, looks like this is what you get on the inside. So I guess they've got the knives here kind of wrapped in a little black thing. I'm not sure. Some sort of packaging material. There's 2 of them in here. Oh, no, there's 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. They said I got a mystery knife with one of these just for buying as many as I did. I guess you get 1 free knife. So there were 3 that come out of here. And then lastly, in the box, you've got, their little card here, I guess, where they tell you to do a review for them. We'll see. I may or may not do one. Just kind of depends how this turns out. And then they give you a little knife sticker here, so you can put that wherever. I might stick that. I've got a few places that I like to put stickers. So anyway, we'll toss that to the side. We don't need the box anymore. First one I threw on the ground. That was really smooth there. Okay. So it looks like that is a butterfly knife that I just threw across. So inside of there, it comes in a little plastic wrap here as well. And so this is just like your basic, very standard butterfly knife. So, nothing, I'm not really good with doing these things. I used to play around with them a little, but I wanted to get a couple of these just to have on hand and maybe give them away as gifts, because I know a lot of people that like knives as well. It does come with, I could feel it's got a pretty sharp edge. I don't know if it would cut my hair or not. We're not going to put it to the test. It has a super sharp point. So right out of the box, it will kill, most definitely. Yeah, so I mean, this thing, again, I didn't expect a whole lot from these. There's already some damage on the actual clasp part that goes in there. It looks like it's either came that way from the factory, or yeah, more than likely that's how it is. I don't see how, unless that's some sort of emblem and my old blind eyes can't see it. It just looks like a damaged blob in there. But anyway, pretty basic. Says that it's 190 BK, 440 stainless steel. So this, again, these aren't going to be like major collector knives or anything, though. I'll probably put a couple up in the box behind me. I only have one, decent collector knife up there. So the next one we've got, pulling it out of the wrapper. So this is kind of like, a standard. It says on the back here, this is Elite Edge, I think is what it's supposed to be. Also 440 stainless steel, designed in the US. So most things are designed in the US and produced in China for cost purposes. You got a clip there, so got a little flick assist on the back. So this definitely would be good. Made in China. There's the sticker right there. These are just nice to have to throw, either in your car, in a bag, have multiple on you in different ways. They may not be, of course, like I say, high end. There is some nice resistance there when you're pushing it back down, which is nice. Got a pretty tight spring for now. And the assist works really well. Very smooth action on it. So yeah, I mean, again, these will all end up being gifts to friends and family, or I'm just going to scatter them around and have nice sharp knives everywhere we go. So that one must be my one free knife, I'm guessing, because, yeah, so here's another butterfly knife. So I was going to say they normally do, I guess if you buy 2 of a certain kind, or you buy a mystery box of certain kinds, you're going to get 2 of them. So we got 2 butterfly knives and then the one extra mystery one. This one's nice. It's not as simple or plain as the other one. Looks like it's got a little bit better of a grasp. I do like the edge on that. That's pretty sweet. Nice little curve to the blade there. Sharp tip, sharp blade. That's a good thing. So they're probably all going to be 440C stainless steel. So again, not super high end, but hey, I mean, it's sharp. It'll cut, it'll stab, it'll do all the things you want it to do. So cool. Again, butterfly knives are more novelty for me, and I haven't played around with them in many years. So we're going to go ahead and jump right to the next one here. I guess I should leave that knife open so I don't have to flick it every time. And yeah, so with this one, we do have 2 in there, and it's the same. You've got your sticker and your card, so that looks to be standard in all of their boxes. Let's start with this first one. This one's got a little bit of, I mean, all of them are pretty lightweight, but this one's got a little heft to it. You've got a seatbelt cutter here as well, or you can use it for cutting multiple things, but it'd be, you know, if you're stuck in a car, you can use that to cut the seatbelt off. Also has an assist, not quite as smooth, but still not bad. I like the edge on this one. It's pretty sweet. The design or the curve in the blade is good. And yeah, all of them so far have been razor sharp. This one seems especially sharp. I think I easily could. Oh yeah, I can shave with that one. That's nice. And it's got a really good point. Again, these cheap kind of knives are just awesome to have on hand. They do open really smooth. Hey man, nice. Somebody's going to get some good gifts. Or I'm just going to be super armed. And we got this one here. This one has like a more textured grip, but it's, I don't know. I mean, this one does as well, but the finger slots don't have, you know, any grip to it. Whereas this one easily does, you know, your hand holds right in that spot pretty well. It's got an interesting blade. It looks like this could be used as a saw, you know, if you need to. It's got this interesting step down, and boy, I could tell that blade is sharp as well. Yeah, so cool. Awesome little pocket knives. I think this one cost me maybe 36 bucks. I think if anything, this last one's going to be the most expensive. This is going to be I think the one with the OTH. It's got to be the out the handle. And yeah, so there's only one knife in this one, but this one does come with a little pouch here, a little carrying case. You can put it on your belt there if you want, or find somewhere to secure it. And then on the inside, so this one's heavy. This one's got a whole lot of weight to it. It's got a glass breaker here on the bottom, a window breaker, so you could just tap and shatter. I like the grip on it. I like the feel. It says the brand, it looks like, is Armed Force Tactical USA. Probably still made in China. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't know anything about this company. I think I think I've seen people do commentary on this particular brand, but I don't know much about them. Again, this was probably also in that $30 to $40 range, maybe 35 bucks. Let's see how the action is. Ooh, it's hard. You got to press really hard. Ooh, I like that. That's awesome. Double edge, pretty sweet. You got little aerodynamic holes there in the middle. And yeah, this one's pretty sharp as well. It's got a very nice tip to it. And this one is it also? Yeah, also 440C. So they're all 440C stainless steel. But yeah, man, I love these kinds of knives. They're so cool. I never get enough of that. I think this is probably going to be my new everyday carry. I'll have this one around and put that one on my my pocket everywhere I go, because boy, it just is so easy. Yeah, very cool. Anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to look at this company and see how their knives are. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'll buy more, but I might. I mean, it's fun to get some of these knives, and you're not really paying that much. You're paying 15 bucks maybe roughly per knife. So they're great for gifts if you have friends and family that love knives and other sharp objects. Plus, there are a bunch of other different varieties of boxes. I think they're trying to constantly put out new stuff, like a ninja box and a, you know, recon or tactical box. So there's a few different options you can get, and you may get some higher quality knives with some of those other maybe higher end mystery boxes. But anyway, aside from the mystery box, just wanted to go quickly over some channel stuff. I know yesterday I did not get a Techy Tuesday video up, and I was really disappointed about that. I spent a lot of time trying to record the playfield for a game called Attack from Mars. It's one of my favorite pinball machines of all time. So I was going over, I thought for that techie video, I could do something where we talk about all the objectives on the playfield, the things you're supposed to do, and then do one full playthrough of the game. But, you know, it's something I just haven't figured out how to capture the audio correctly. I have 3 audio streams going in, and it's capturing 4 video feeds. So there's the playfield, backglass, the DMD, and then a separate camera that's filming me. And I've got 3 audio tracks that do the sounds of the actual mechanical table itself, the flippers, all of that. And then sounds that come from the backglass or the DMD, which is usually your, you know, voice effects, your, you know, music and things like that for the game. But for some reason, you know, I just couldn't get it to download or separate the 3 audio tracks when I recorded it. So after 2 hours, I go to edit everything, and I was so disappointed. So, you know, no video today. I am going to really work on it. I'm not sure what's going to be in next week's Techy Tuesday. It's either going to be the pinball review of that table or a different table once I figure out how to get the audio recording right, or it's going to end up being a review of some Philips Hue lights. I'm a huge fan of Philips Hue all around. Like, they make incredible products. Philips in general makes incredible consumer products, from, you know, their razors. I've bought so many of their different razors. I have one of their most expensive, you know, sort of extra, you know, prestige ones. I have their Sonicare toothbrushes. I've had their flosser. I've got their soup maker, their air fryer, their blender. I have all kinds of products, and every one I have been so pleased with. The lights especially. I've been using these same bulbs for, you know, probably 7 to 8 years now, and all of my light bulbs in the house are still the same, still bright as could be. They all color change like you would want, into beautiful different colors. So I got these Hue Festiva lights, I think they're called, or Festiva lights. And it's basically some string lights. There's 90 feet of it so that I can run it around the house. I'm not sure if I'm going to, it looks like, because, you know, I didn't really think about how long 90 feet really is, which is a lot longer than the whole front of my house. I'm going to probably run them up the side on one part of the house, or I've got to figure out some creative way to use them also in the front portion of the house, maybe around the windows and the windowsills in general. I'm not sure yet. But the cool thing about those is they're permanent lights. They're meant to be up year round. So, you know, we've never put up Christmas lights because it's a pain in the ass. I don't like to put up lights for Christmas or Halloween or any of that stuff, because, you know, then you just give it a month and you're taking it all down. But with these, they can stay up year round. And so on the 4th of July, I'll be able to have my red, white, and blues up to be patriotic, and can do some cool Halloween colors and Christmas colors and any other stuff, springtime colors, whatever you feel like, you know, for that time of year when it's Easter, you know, have some cool lights up. Plus, it just really illuminates the house really well. And, you know, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works. I may do a video on that, because it is kind of tricky with that system. I tried to find a way, because, you know, my power is right in the center of the house. It's right where you come out of the front door, which is in the middle of the front of the house. And so I was hoping that there's a way that you could run the cable up, the power supply up, and then split from the control box, you know, a 30-foot run in one direction and a 60-foot run in the other direction. But apparently that's not going to work. They don't make any Y branches or any T cables, T connectors. They make a T connector, but it's just for the power supply, which sucks. So, I mean, you could connect multiple outdoor lighting systems to one power supply, you know, as long as it's all within the right voltage range. But they don't make anything that would split the lights like this, which I hope that's something they work on. I think a lot of consumers, this is still a relatively new product, but I know a lot of consumers have been talking about a desire or, you know, a want for something like that, so that we could, you know, be able to run it like that. Now I've got to run extension cables all the way down to one side of the house, and then try to figure out, you know, how to get it, you know, all the way down the house like that, instead of what would be so much more convenient. But yeah, so I don't know what next week's going to be for Techy Tuesday, but, you know, it's going to be one of those things, either virtual pinball or something like that. Also, only thing else to mention, I have been going back through, I felt like such an asshole. Like, I looked at all of my old comments, because, you know, it's been driving me nuts when I look at the YouTube studio and I'm trying to keep up with comments and respond to everyone timely. I see all of these old comments that, you know, from 10, 11 years ago that I never responded to. I might have hit the like button on some of them, but I just never took the time to give a response to someone. And you know, I felt bad about that. So, you know, to all of you who are watching this, who were subscribers or still are, but just don't, you know, haven't followed me in a long time, I apologize if you're flooded with notifications. But if you left me comments, I'm going back and responding to all of those and hopefully trying to lure you in to come watch some of the new stuff that's coming out and check out the new video schedule that I've tried to put together. I think it's going to be, you know, fun. And so far it's been doing really well. I've been getting back in and had good engagement. So thank you so much to everyone who has been watching so far and for all the feedback. Really helps me tweak things and try to make the channel even better for, you know, everyone. Yeah, so really that's about all I had to talk about today. Of course, if you didn't see it, Monday we did a unboxing for the Universal Yums box, which is a box of international snacks that comes in. Tomorrow I've got a review coming for a Bartesian cocktail. It's a new type of daiquiri that they put out that I thought was just really excellent, so I wanted to share that. I am going to start doing more of the Bartesian cocktails. Maybe I'll share it on an F It Friday or, you know, something on, you know, a Saturday when I don't normally put out videos. Because again, I'm trying to stick with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So yeah, still lots of progress going on there. Still trying to slowly add more hot sauces to the collection as I start to put out more and more videos. I think this coming Sunday will probably be another sauce from the Pepper Ninja. The last one that I did from him on Sunday really burned the shit out of me. It was super duper hot. So I think the next one I'm going to try maybe the impeached one, which is, he says, one of his favorite ones that's a lot more flavor forward rather than such extreme heat. So more than likely, that's what we're going to end up taking a look at on Sunday. So yeah, you know, really, again, I appreciate y'all watching these videos and interacting, throwing some comments down. I love chatting. And, you know, if you have things you'd like to hear me talk about in these types of long form videos, you know, be sure and throw down some questions or comments or topics in the comments below, and I'll make sure to address it in next week's Whatever Wednesdays. It is kind of replacing my Tall Can Tuesday video series where I can just chill out, have some drinks, and talk with you guys. Of course, as I start getting more interactions from people, and if I think that there's going to be some people that would join, I'll have to announce and post on Facebook to see if anybody would like to do a live stream. But I know that in one of these coming weeks here very soon, I'd like to do a live stream you know, on one of these Whatever Wednesdays, just to chat with everyone. And it's been a long time since I live streamed. I mean, like many years, many years. So anyway, again, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure and give it a big thumbs up. It helps the algorithm share my video with other people. It sees that people are interested in it. Also, if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Again, I'm putting out stuff all the time. And you can head over to BurntBrian.com. Check out my website. I've been doing work on it. Every time I upload a new video, I go and make changes. I edit, and I'm trying to do weekly blogs to kind of recap what happened in the week, and then maybe to briefly go over what's coming up in the weeks ahead. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. As always, stay toasty, my friends. We'll see you in the next video.